Cars Channel News and Review Car.
(2016) Seat Ateca. In many ways, Seat is to the Volkswagen Group what Opel is to General Motors, a bottomless pit. Well, maybe Seat is doing a little better than the German brand, but it's struggling to make a profit for quite a few years now. Given the financial troubles, it's no surprise that the Spanish company has decided to jump on the crossover bandwagon. Having unveiled the 20V20 and Leon Cross Sport concepts in 2015, Seat has finally introduced its first-ever production SUV. Dubbed Ateca and based on the same MQB oily bits that underpin most Volkswagen Group crossovers, this people hauler is slightly smaller than the Tiguan and aimed at the likes of the Nissan Qashqai, Kia Sportage, and Hyundai Tucson. Described as Seat's next pillar following the successful Leon and Ibiza, the Ateca is a crucial model to the Spanish brand, which predicts that crossover sales in Western Europe will grow by 25% over the next few years. It's easy to imagine why this vehicle is so important. The Ateca will arrive in European dealerships this spring with a wide range of gasoline and diesel engines under the hood. Much like the Tiguan, it will be sold with either front or all-wheel drive and an optional dual-clutch DSG transmission. But, unlike its German sibling, the Ateca won't cross the pond to the US, where Seat products aren't available. Will the Ateca have what it takes to give its Japanese and European rivals a run for their money on the old continent? Keep reading to find out. Continue reading to learn more about the 2016 Seat Ateca. Design-wise, the Ateca is definitely a Seat. The crossover blends styling cues from both the Leon Cross Sport and 20V20 concepts and mixes them with a shape that's very similar to the Tiguan. Granted, the Ateca is 130 mm, 5 inches, shorter than the Volkswagen at 4,360 mm, 171.6 inches, but the difference is far from noticeable. On the other hand, the Ateca is by far the more attractive crossover of the two thanks to its Leon-inspired features and overall sportier stance. Up front, it seems that Seat opted to borrow the upper fascia from the Leon Cross Sport. Both the headlamps and grille are similar, with slight differences in the LED pattern and the mesh. Down below, the bumper seems to have taken inspiration from the 20V20 concept due to its larger trapezoidal opening and more rugged fog lamp surrounds. Around back, the Ateca is a significantly milder interpretation of the 20V20 concept. The bumper is much simpler by design, while the twin exhaust configuration has been replaced by a dual layout with round pipes. Unlike both the 20V20 and Leon Cross Sport concepts, the Ateca doesn't feature a trapezoidal recess below the tailgate. Both the taillights and the spoiler are in line with current Seat products and, except for the rugged bumper, the Ateca's rear end can easily pass as a perched-up Leon. Overall, Seat did a tremendous job with its first SUV. The Ateca blends seamlessly into the current lineup and exudes the kind of sportiness most of its rivals can't brag about. The interior of the Ateca looks awfully familiar, and that's because it is heavily based on the Leons. The dashboard layout is pretty much the same, with large AC vents at each corner and a touchscreen integrated into the center stack. Even the center consoles and the steering wheels are similar, but, while the Leon gets a sportier wheel, the Ateca offers a bit more storage room around the gear shifter. Naturally, the crossover comes with a raised seating position and enhanced legroom and headroom in the front and rear. The more rugged door panels and thicker pillars will quickly remind you that you're riding in an SUV. Speaking of roominess, the Ateca comes with an impressive amount of luggage space in the trunk. Front-wheel drive models offer up to 510 liters, 18 cubic feet, while all-wheel drive versions can handle up to 485 liters, 17 cubic feet. That's 55 liters, 2 cubic feet, 80 liters/2.8 cubic feet with 2WD, more than you get with the Nissan Qashqai, which is a hair longer. Impressive. As far as convenience features go, the Ateca provides a high level of connectivity, The crossover is equipped with the latest generation of Easy Connect infotainment, Seat Full Link, Seat Connect app, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and wireless smartphone charging. All these features can be accessed via the 8-inch screen and the connectivity box in the center console. Motivation for the Ateca comes from the same engines available in the Leon, which are shared with a range of Volkswagen, Audi, and Skoda vehicles. The gasoline range begins with a 1.0-liter, 3-cylinder rated at 113 horsepower. More oomph comes from the 1.4-liter, TSI rated at 148 horses. On the diesel front, the Ateca can be had with a 1.6-liter, TDI that generates 113 horsepower or a 2.0-liter, 4-pot with either 148 or 187 horses. All-wheel drive is optional for the more powerful versions. Transmission choices include a 6-speed manual or a dual-clutch DSG. CO2 emissions range between 112 and 141 grams/km, while claimed average fuel economy is rated between 47 and 66 miles per gallon on the European cycle. The Seat Ateca is a well-equipped crossover in the safety department. Driver assistance systems include the traffic jam assist, which enables the SUV to steer, accelerate, and brake automatically in heavy stop-and-go traffic. At higher speeds of up to 60 km per hour, the system provides support with speed control and lane keeping. The Ateca also features the new emergency assist safety function, which issues a visual and then an acoustic warning if the driver remains inactive beyond a certain period. If there's no reaction, the system issues a brief pulse of the brakes and eventually slows down to a standstill while staying in line. Other safety features include ACC with front assist, traffic sign recognition, blind spot detection, rear traffic alert, and top view. Prices for the Ateca aren't yet available, but the Ateca should arrive with a competitive sticker against the Nissan Qashqai. My best guess is that the crossover will start from around £18,500, about $26,440, which will put it on par with the Leon Street, priced from £18,695, around $26,720. On the other hand, it will be significantly more affordable than the Leon Experience, which retails from £24,920, about $35,615. Both stylish and sporty, the Nissan Qashqai is the leader of the compact crossover market in most European countries. Redesigned for the 2014 model year, the Qashqai employs Nissan's updated styling language, a revised interior, and new technology. The Euro spec model is sold with 5 different engines. The gasoline lineup includes the 1.2-liter DIG-T with 114 horsepower and 140 pound-feet, the 1.6-liter DIG-T with 161 horses and 177 pound-feet, and a 2.0-liter with 148 horsepower and 148 pound-feet. Drivers who'd rather have a diesel under the hood can pick between the Renault-sourced 1.5-liter diesel with 108 horsepower and 192 pound-feet or the 1.6-liter diesel with 129 horses and 236 pound-feet. All-wheel drive is optional for the range-topping diesel models, while gearbox choices include a 6-speed manual and a CVT. The Qashqai retails from £18,545, about $26,510. Find out more about the Nissan Qashqai here. The Sportage just received a major makeover for the 2016 model year, adopting Kia's new design language, a more upscale interior, and updated gasoline and diesel engines. In Europe, customers can have the 1.6-liter Turbo 4 gasoline unit with either 130 horsepower and 119 pound-feet or 174 horses and 195 pound-feet. Moving over to diesels, There's the 1.7-liter rated at 113 horsepower and 207 pound-feet, and the 2.0-liter, 4-banger with 134 horses and 275 pound-feet. Those in need of a more potent oil burner can go with the 184 horsepower and 295 pound-feet version of the 2.0-liter mill. Pricing for the new Kia Sportage starts from £17,995, around $25,730. Read more about the Kia Sportage here.